Hey guys, welcome back to Gear Facts. It's been a few days. Today we got the Boss GT-100, the Leviathan from Boss, and one that's taken me way too long to review. I've had a quick run through the presets, and I have to say there's nothing amazingly new or outstanding about it. You get all the quality that you would expect from Boss, but one particular standout is the updated synthesizer system in it, which is really nothing short of amazing, so let's hear some of that. So you'll notice there that unlike previous Boss GT models, the synth doesn't glitch out when you play two strings at once. It keeps it together pretty well, and that is new. So now we can play chords using the synth algorithms, but I don't want to dwell on the synth because there's so much more to this pedal. It's just a highlight that I thought was worth mentioning from the outset. And I've got to apologise because there's so much reflection in my studio today. I don't know why that would be, but anyway. We see here that we've got the Tera effects, the Tera Reverb and Tera Echo, both new effects from Boss and both really effective. And another thing that really stands out for me with this new model is the ease of editing. The panel is so simple. Even though this pedal does have vast capabilities, it's pretty easy to do everything without reading the manual. So if I press Effect, for example, everything is presented on the screen in a very nice, logical way. The nice big screens, I have to admit, I've seen better, clearer screens, but they're huge and there's two of them. So there's absolutely no problem with screen quality when it comes to navigating the system and editing your effects. So just taking a closer look at editing, you'll see that we can navigate our way through the effects chain there. See, it's all panning along as you go through this massive chain of effects that you can generate. Each of the dots means that there is an effect option there, but it's actually switched off. So if I switch that on, our little pedal icon appears and we can go ahead and edit that. You'll see on the right hand screen we now have EQ, so this is kind of a zoomed in version of what we're seeing on the left here. You'll also notice the multi-tab system at the top there, so we have 4 different pages on the right hand screen of parameters that we can adjust in relation to this EQ effect, which is the one I've just switched on. And we navigate through those tabs by pressing the page button, which unfortunately I've just left slightly off the screen down the bottom here, but you can see the page there. I'll just move down slightly. There we go, page buttons. If you watch the screen, we're heading now through the tabs and changing all the parameters associated with EQ. So that's nice and simple. As another random example, let's go to special effects right at the beginning of the chain, where we see that we've got wave synth programmed in there. And again, our right hand screen is a zoomed in image of FX1 there, where we see wave synth, and we can change all these parameters that are very familiar and easy to understand. Cutoff, resonance, wave between saw and square, and a couple of different tabs where we can change other parameters. I know that doesn't seem like a terribly comprehensive synth, but you've got to remember you're combining it with a massive effects chain and an expression pedal, and it really can be very expressive. So that's a very quick overview of how the interface works. Let's have a look around the back. Well, as always, Boss gives us quite a lot to work with. Auxiliary in there, left and right mono outputs, guitar input of course first. Headphones there, where I'll be routing out the sounds to play them through a speaker in just a moment. Ground lift options there. External loop, so you can add in your favourite distortion pedal or any other pedal you want to the effects sequence. Amp control, so you can connect your FS1 foot switch there. And another controller there, something like an EV5 expression pedal or something like that, to add a second layer of dynamic control to your sound. USB there for recording and for exchanging patches with your computer. MIDI in and out, if you're still that way inclined. Power and socket. And GT-100, just to tell your audience what an awesome pedal you've got. But the bottom line is, how does it sound? Well, the answer is pretty good. I have to be honest with you, there are pedals that are cheaper and probably more exciting to use. If you're more of a tone purist, I suppose, you're going to be looking out for the excellent modelling that the GT-100 has and the classic sounds. I'm more of a thrill seeker when it comes to guitar effects though, so those kinds of things aren't terribly exciting for me. But of course everyone's needs are different. The synth, like I said, is absolutely wonderful, and that is something that I like and appreciate. The layout is extremely simple and user-friendly. You can figure out everything just by fooling around with the controls and it'll all become clear. So yeah, if you want nice, competent sounds and you don't want to mess around with a manual, you just want quick, easy editing and professional sounding tones, then the GT-100 is ideal. If you're more of a tone experimenter, then you might want to look at some other items that are cheaper, created by other brands. And I'm going to be fairly blunt here. Some of the sounds in the presets, I dialed them in and I thought, this is really uninteresting compared to half a dozen pedals I can think of straight away that I've reviewed on Gear Facts. So I hope that gives a clear indication of the impression I'm getting from this pedal for you guys. Having reviewed it now, I have to say I wouldn't buy another one. My preferences would lie strongly elsewhere. But having said that, there is heaps of fun to be had with the GT-100, so let's get into a demo. Okay, so that was 7 or 8 minutes of looking through the presets on the Boss GT-100. I will let you be the judge. Thanks for watching Gear Facts, guys. I look forward to hearing your comments. If you could like or subscribe to Gear Facts, that would be awesome. And I'll see you next time. Gear Facts.